welcome back. Thanks for joining me again. Today we're going to do part 5 of our movement vocabulary, movement without movement. And basically we're just going to take everything we have done up until this point and we're going to just kind of do it with our mind instead of our body. It is still going to mean we take a nice strong Mabu horse stance position. So quickly we are going to make sure that we look down and set ourselves up so that our toes are pointed straight ahead, or the line in between our big toe and our 4 other toes going straight back through our heels, that is going straight ahead. Big toe should be slightly inside of front ahead. The other 4 should be slightly outside of that line. Our toes are absolutely even in front of us. We're checking that our weight is equal all around our feet. So we've got as much on our right foot as we do on our left foot. We've got as much in the balls as we do in the heels. Everything is very evenly weighted all around. Our hips are going to be nice and flat and level. And from here we are going to sink down into a nice Mabu stance. And again, we should be totally comfortable here. We should be able to hang out, relax, read a book, whatever. Tall through the top of the head. And for this practice, we can pretty much do whatever we want with our arms as long as they are quote unquote roughly even. So you can just leave them hanging at your sides. We can, kind of have them here in front of our dantian, our center. We could hold them up and are holding the ball like our standing meditation. We could open up wide, do, any sort of postures we like, right? So it doesn't really matter for this practice, and eventually you can just kind of do your own thing however you're feeling it. What we're focusing on right now is our center of gravity and how that is going to move. So the first movement vocabulary we did was essentially going up and down. So as we breathe out, we would stand up, i.e. moving our center of gravity up. As we breathe in, we go down, moving our center of gravity physically down. We breathe out, our center of gravity goes up. We breathe in, our center of gravity goes down. So the trick to the movement without movement is from either our high or low position, we imagine we do the movement that we just did, but we stay in the same place. So if I were to take a nice deep breath in here in this low stand, in this lower portion, I breathe in. And as I breathe out, I picture as strongly as I can that I'm standing back up. I'm not moving from this position. I'm just picturing that I'm standing up. I'm allowing my center to rise up, and I'm allowing all of the changes to take place as if I were going to stand up. Now that I am up, even in that down position, if I were to take a breath in, I would picture going down. And I allow all those changes to take place as if I were going to be sinking down while breathing in. So our mind is basically as powerful as our body, and if we can really, really imagine ourselves doing something, our body will naturally internally start to respond or prepare to do that thing. And that's essentially what we're doing here is, in order for our body to move, there is, when we think about it, our musculature has to change. Things have to get ready they have to prepare to move in that direction. They have to orient themselves quite correctly to be able to apply power in the right way. And that's really all we're doing here is we are giving our body the, hey, we're gonna do this signal, and letting the body do that thing and prepare to do that thing. It's like sitting on the start line, it's red, the yellow light goes, and we're that yellow light. Our imagination is that yellow light. It's ready to step on the gas. The thing is like just, the car revved up, it's ready to go, and just release it and boom, it goes. So that's what we're trying to do here, is we're just trying to allow our bodies to reorient its musculature and the bones to prepare to do the movement. That's all the trick of it is, really. And you just get in, it can help us get into a meditative state where, for instance, I'm down here and I'm doing my standing meditation and my mind is just racing. I'm having trouble focusing, maintaining focus. I've tried the tricks of breathing in through Dantian, and I'm trying to keep my mind there, and it's really not working for me for whatever reason. And this is another thing that we can really focus on, give us another avenue of development and focus. So instead of trying to clear my mind or focus on my breath, I can instead focus on doing a physical movement without doing it. Now, just hanging out here, down, I'm going to breathe out and picture myself standing up. Breathing in, I'm squatting down. Breathing out, I'm standing up. Breathing in, I'm squatting down. Breathing out, I'm standing up. Breathing in, I'm squatting down. Sorry if this looks totally boring from the outside. Internally, it's amazing what's going on, I assure you. And it will be for you too. The stronger you can make your imagination on this thing, the better. If you're having trouble with that, do the actual physical movement for a while first. Do 3, 5, 7, 10 reps, whatever. Like do the actual and when you're ready, pretend. So from our basic up down, we did side to side. And again, we'll try a few reps first, and then we'll just imagine it. So breathing in, transfer my weight smoothly across. Breathe out, smoothly back to center. Breathe in, transferring my weight. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now I'm just going to continue in my mind. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. we did twists. So twisting through the hips. Remember, we're only getting about a 45-degree turn here, so breathing in. Breathing out. 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 And then imagining. Stronger the imagination, the better. Put on a big old fancy pretend hat. Breathing in. Breathing out. Back to center. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Okay, so that's movement without moving, or internal movement as opposed to the external movement. And it's really one of the keys to the internal martial arts, developing internal power, feeling the chi, all those sorts of things. It's really just having a very, very strong imagination. And I'm a huge advocate for it. Practice imagination. One of the benefits of doing Tai Chi is that youthful energy, that youthful vigor, that reclaiming some of that youth, all those youthy type things. Well, when you were a youth, you imagined a lot. At least I did. I hope you did. So get back into that. Like, embrace it. Let your imagination run wild. And the other thing that I would say really helps with this is having a really deep sense of curiosity, like internally. Just when this stuff starts to shift, like when you feel like you're moving but you're not moving, and you're like, hey, what's that? What's going on? Be curious about it. There can be a tendency for people when they get into this stuff to start thinking, oh, that's weird, I don't do weird. But you want to kind of cultivate the other side of that, where it's like, huh, that's weird. I wonder what that does. Interesting. I didn't know I could feel like that. Huh, that's in me? Really? Let's see where this goes. That's really going to help, not only just in starting to feel this stuff and the movement of it, but it's also going to ensure longevity to your practice, because there is endless amounts of discovery in your own body, and the more curious you are about finding those things and what they are, what they do, how they feel, adding it into your overall sense of self and your experience of life, you're just going to be, if you develop that endless curiosity, you're going to be able to do this for the rest of your life. And doing this for the rest of your life is the real secret to the benefits of it, because again, if you don't use it, you lose it. So if you stop practicing this stuff, if you stop especially doing your standing meditation, tension's going to creep back into your life. And yes, it will be better for having done this, but not as good as if you kept doing it. So hopefully this will inspire you to get inside your own body and see what you feel, and really embrace these things as like, I didn't think that was moving, but cool, let's go and see what this does. As long as, sorry, I should have put this in earlier, again, edge of uncomfortable, awesome, pain, bad. So edge of uncomfortable, if anything starts getting like, just, back it off a tiny bit, work away the edges, keep it smooth, keep it gentle. Remember to smile. If you start frowning, you're working too hard at this stuff. Remember, be lazy. Thanks again.